the side. I couldn't get inside. I went outside and not realizing that the doors are locked once you're outside. So I was stuck out and couldn't get backstage or anywhere else. But it's so wonderful to see all of you. In 1990, my sister and I, we got together. I had presented a 3-tiered program for choral music to Mr. E. Clement Bethel, the late E. Clement Bethel, who I worked with. I was his assistant at the time. And during the 10th anniversary of independence, we did have a wonderful tryout of the program to see whether it would work. And then we, in the neighborhood that we grew in Baintown, one of the main stalwarts, I call him, in the Baintown area, we called him Daddy-O. Daddy-O was the person who knew everything about everything. And if you had some homework to do, we all gathered on his porch and he would assist you. And he passed, and so we decided that we will go in the neighborhood, get some of the neighborhood children, those who were the older children, as well as the young children who Daddy-O had helped, and we had a choir that sang at his funeral. Then we decided, we spoke about all the other things that we had done before, and we approached Mr. Norman Gay, the area representative at that time, who met with us, and he called, I guess what we will call now, a town meeting at the Knights of King George Hall on Blue Hill Road. And a lot of parents came, particularly from our area, from our neighborhood. They came, and thus started what is now the Bahamas National Children Choir. It was called the Baintown Choir at that time, Children's Choir. And then during independence, during the quincentennial in 1992, the choir was invited to become one of the national entities of the Bahamas government. We had the Bahamas National Children's Choir, we had the Youth Choir, we had the National Dance Company, and the National Youth Orchestra. And here we are today. Our children have represented the Bahamas all over the world. And everywhere we go, we make certain that we keep our standards high, so that when you hear about the choir and where they are, everyone is proud of what the choir is doing, all of our children. We always have parents who go with us, and we are always out in the community performing, not only performing, but doing community service, particularly at the Children's Emergency Hostel. I think they like the little children. It makes them feel grown up to go to the hostel and assist with the children. But the Bahamas National Children's Choir is not only for choral work and developing their voices, but to develop every part of the child. We have persons come in and we talk about etiquette, how they should act at the table, and because if we're traveling all over, we must know exactly what to do. And we make certain that our children are well versed in how to present themselves, how to act when they go out. So all of this is important. So if you hear your children saying that, because I don't want to say that, it's true. Ms. Rice said, we must sit like this, of course. And so we are developing not only singers, but we are developing responsible citizens that we can be proud of no matter where they go in the world. So we are developing world citizens. We want to thank our parents early and our children who rehearsed so long and so hard. I know one of my friends told me that I had a period of insanity last September. I took in some 4-year-olds, 4 and 5-year-olds. So some little tiny tots you see here, this is their first time on stage. And just remember that they're cute. If you could remember that, then you'll enjoy their performance. But they have done very, very well. I don't see my little mascot. She isn't here yet. I don't see her. But we have a tiny, she's about 2.5, that she is, where is she? And they didn't let her come up. I know, she's so disappointed. But she's at every rehearsal, and she knows the music much better than the older ones. She can sing every single word. But we want to thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I present to you now the Bahamas National Children's Choir in concert. I know that you will enjoy.